Hi, everybody, and welcome back. My name's Melissa, and this year I'm sharing 365 tips for frugal living. So today's tip is this. If you have not already started planning your garden, start planning a garden. I currently I have my heirloom seeds that I bought from heirloomseeds.org, or yeah, I think so. Anyways, it's a charity. It was great. I got like 15 packs of seeds for $10. I've got some amazing things in here. I will see if I can link that video. I went to the library and I got a bunch of seeds there. So my library does a seed thing. So I got some, there was a farm person there, and I got some bee balm and some teddy bear sunflowers, which I guess she said they're not really messy. They don't have seeds, so they don't attract the birds, but they do attract pollinators. So I'm thinking I'll try some of those. I got a bunch of herbs, some of the vegetables that I didn't have, some leeks. Look, I got to make a fun little craft. So I love my library. It is the most fun, but I don't know if you've seen these. Like, you can get them on Etsy and you like stick them in a planter. So we all made like, I don't know, it was so cute. It was fun. But I got a bunch of seeds there. And then I also got a couple of these strawberry things. There's like 10 bare root strawberries in each of these. So I got 20 of them so far. And then I'm going to gradually pick up more. I just wanted to make sure I had at least 20 to start. My goal is to have a huge strawberry patch because I want to have strawberries for years to come. I still have some seeds I have to order online, like sunchokes and such, which are a perennial, very interesting. They're also called Jerusalem artichokes. They're also called fartichokes because apparently they cause gas, but you can like boil them and fry them and degas them and stuff. So they're great though because they store in the ground. So my goal is to spend less at the grocery store and have more food from my garden and canning and catch fish and try and have 25 to 50% of my food for 2026 be not from a grocery store. If I could own chickens, I would do that too. And that would definitely cut down on things. I mean, I swear to God, I could like grow peppers and onions and freeze those and like have chickens and have omelets 24/7. But my goal is to, one way I'm going to decrease my grocery bill is by growing my own food and stuff. And then I can also share. So things that I have an excess of, like I'm growing ground cherries. And I think I have 5 to 10 plants planned. I can't remember what they are, but they can, I was reading ground cherries, you can get up to 300 ground cherries. And I guess they're kind of like they look like a little cherry tomato, but they're in a husk like a tomatia, I want to say it's called. And then I guess they taste kind of like citrusy, pineapple-y, tropical. So very, very interested to see what those are like. But I have already started budgeting. I have gradually started purchasing things. I got some seed starting things, the seed starting soil, and some of the trays. This year I got reusable trays. In the past, I have bought disposable trays. I have used, trying to think, like upcycled things. I've done all that. So this year I bought reusable ones that are like easier to deal with so that I have them for years to come, because I've decided no matter what, I'm going to make the garden work. My whole yard is going to be a garden, whole front yard. So maybe you don't have a yard. Just so you know, I have a very small yard. My garden is going to be 20 to 25 feet by 50 feet, and that is my front yard. My backyard is all gravel, but I do have some advantages. I live on a lake. My lake is stocked, so I can catch crappie or however it's said. Um, I know I have tons of like bluegills and stuff right by the dock. I have, I'm trying to think what else we have. We have muskie, walleye and muskie and trout. So I think we have trout at least. Or maybe it's bass. Maybe we have small and largemouth bass. Maybe we have both. I don't know. But I have, I have that available to me, but sorry, I digress. My point was the garden. You should be allotting money for your garden. I am taking money out of my grocery budget for the garden. So I try and keep my grocery budget around $400 a month. And frequently, I frequently can get it lower than that, but I also like to have that flexibility to stock up. So I try and keep it around $400 a month, but I did spend like $500 in January and $400 in February because a bunch of stuff was on sale. But now March, April, and May, as gardening season is upon us, I'll be able to I could easily for the next 3 months spend no more than $50 to $100 a month on groceries and still be absolutely fine. So, I won't, because I'll still continue to stock up, but I will also take money out of the grocery budget to plant my garden, and that's kind of an advantage for me because I then will have food. And I'm doing strawberries. I'm going to get a couple of blueberries and plant them in buckets because I do want to eventually move from here. The strawberries, I'm going to have both a tower and I'm going to have some in the yard. I really want my strawberry patch to be successful. And the thing is that strawberries are high in vitamin C too. So I'm going to plant a lot of root vegetables that are high in vitamin C. In the event that we do end up, a lot of people are talking about potential challenges getting certain foods and with our food system. So we're talking potential food system challenges, potential money challenges, groceries have been going up and are continuing to go up. So I want to make sure I have all my ducks in a row nutrition-wise too. So think about what you need. What nutrients you're going to need. You don't want to get scurvy, so make sure you have something with vitamin C, because if you don't have access to citrus, lemons, limes, oranges, you're at risk of scurvy. And think about all those things, because you don't want iron deficiencies, and I know spinach is high in iron. So start thinking about what you can grow to be prepared. Maybe I'll do a video too on what I am growing. I am by no means a professional gardener, but I am going to do some in pots. And if you're in an apartment, if you have access to a balcony, you can grow in pots. I've seen people do, what I'm really interested in, I would love to see if I could figure out how to do it, is aquaponics. And I think that's so cool because you have like fish on the bottom and they obviously go to the bathroom and stuff, so they like are putting fertilizer in the water essentially, and then you have the plant roots growing into the water, and I don't know, it's like a whole cycle thing. I just think it's really cool. So you can harvest fish and vegetables from the same unit, which I thought is really cool. But You can get free buckets frequently from restaurants or grocery stores, and if they're food grade, you can grow in them. Typically, the food grade buckets are white, um, and that's an option. You don't have to get expensive planters, but try and grow something, even if it's just, some carrots or some lettuce or tomatoes. Try and grow a little something so you can kind of get in that habit of trying to do it. Like right now, my table is covered. I have to clean it all off, put everything away. I have my computer is on there, my sewing machine is on there, and I have a teeny tiny table. But I have to get everything put away so I can get my plants started next week. Just so you know, it's March 6th, technically the 7th, I think, right now. I want them all set before St. Patty's Day. This video will probably go out afterwards, but I'll try and get it up and out shortly afterwards. Anyways, again, today's tip is to start planning a garden. Allocate some of your grocery bill to buying seeds, buying soil, buying compost, buying whatever it is that you need to garden. Look into if it's a container garden, you can see if you can either get pots free or cheap on Facebook Marketplace. You can get free buckets from grocery stores frequently, or bakeries, restaurants. You could grow in the ground. I'm going to borrow a rototiller from my library, but you have different things, and if your garden's a 4-foot by 4-foot garden, or you're like me and you're screw it, I'm just gonna turn the whole yard into a garden. Whatever you choose, but I have to take care of it anyway, so I can take care of grass or I can take care of food. I chose food this year. Anyways, again, my name's Melissa, and this year I'm sharing 365 tips for frugal living. If you want to hear more, please hit like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.